Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Kingdom of David formed the Kingdom of Israel run, where this was a co-op game. My co-op partner, unfortunately, just about got a game over, so I was in a strong enough position where I think I can see this through. That's what I'm banking on. If this stupid Duke would get done doing what he needs to do, which is siege this thing down. Oh dear God, we're just waiting. We are literally biding our time. So we are biding our time, waiting on this war to end so I can try to usurp his title. He's a lunatic. He's a sinner for sure. He has got a lot of claims. Let's take a look. Are these factions getting dangerous? Not as dangerous as I would have expected. We do know Black Death is Whoa. Okay, so Black Death is the real deal, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to keep it on this epidemic screen unless something crazy happens, and we're just going to watch. Keep following. You're there. 1%. Golly, that war needs to end. So Black Death is coming. And it started off right there, and what feels like a couple of months, it is just going to grow like wildfire. Yeah, that thing, holy Moses. You know, it's interesting. So if any of y'all enjoy a good podcast, and I do, I find myself listening to a lot of podcasts that are about history, and one of my favorite ones is something happened. Okay, so he sieged that down. Good for him. We need a new chancellor. He is dead. You know what? You get the job, buddy. And I bet we have some minor titles we can dish out. I'll get back to my thought. Oh yeah, we most definitely have some minor titles. We need to make some of these folks happy, like that guy. And that guy. Alright, that's taken care of. There we go. Get rid of these notifications. And I'll complete my thought. So, I love a good history podcast. And the one that was really kind of like a gateway drug / podcast for me is one that's still active. It's called Hardcore History. And it's produced and put on by a gentleman whose name is Dan Carlin, and Dan Carlin has a degree in history. He worked in radio in LA in the 90s, and I think he really saw the advent of new media, being podcasting, YouTube. He was one of the first ones. Wow, that Black Death is just nasty, folks. Nasty. But he has talked about the Black Death in some of his podcasts, and it's very fascinating. But it was the gateway for me. I highly recommend it. He covers a lot of topics. My verdict was hasty. That's not good. Killed the guy. So there's a murderer on the loose. But he talks about the Black Death. But what it ultimately got me to, where I'm headed as we watch Black Death grow, is there's another historian. And Dan will tell you he's an amateur historian. This guy, Patrick Wyman, he's got a PhD in history. And he did a podcast called The Fall of Rome, which was very, very, very fascinating. And he's got one that is currently running called Tides of History. And he actually did 2 shows on the Black Death, the Black Plague. And he talks about how it spreads. And it is quite fascinating. It has to do with fleas. And that the plague is always ever present, kind of in certain pockets of the world. But it can be contained pretty well. If you want to listen to something that really kind of describes what happened in Europe when the Black Death made it that way, I would highly recommend it. That's Tides of History. But anyways, back to the game as we continue to watch things unfold. So once again, man, that is just going to be another inconclusive war. Let's go back to epidemics. Because Black Death now is in India, it's in the Chinese Protectorate, it has made its way to really parts of Persia, and it is just going to be absolutely devastating. The real question will be if it crosses, the Suez Canal, we're in trouble. We definitely, it's going to spread everywhere. It's going to be devastating. It's going to kill so many characters. It's not what you want to have happen. That's really probably the best way I know how to say that. Alright, so our court rabbi finally gave up the ghost. Let's go back to our realm. We're going to have to look at the religious map modes. We need a new court chaplain. He's the best man for the job. And we're going to need a new court physician as well, which I believe that will be him. I now need to tell my dear guy to please go proselytize. Any of these counties would be great. Why don't you just go right there? We haven't tried that one yet. Let's go back and watch the epidemics as we try to figure out what's... Oh, and there it is. So it has made it to the Arabian Peninsula. And it's looking pretty rough. I guess the only saving grace... I need to look at this. We do have a hospital here. And, oh gosh, that's going to take such a long time and cost so much money. Let's do it though. We've got the money to spend. I think Black Death will probably reach us before it happens, which is sad, scary at the same time. Alright, my dear Duke. Actually, you're the king in Nubia, which is downright hilarious. Still in that war. Black Death rages on. Man, it is going to ravage so much of the world. Unless it can be contained. We're doing pretty well right now. We're making 37 ducats per month, which isn't terribly bad. Still lose. Ah, golly, that war. Oof. I need to pay attention for when we can shut the gates. Because we're going to want to do that as soon as we can. Because if it follows the path that it's taking right now, that's, yeah, we got 2 entry points. Which, once again, is not really what we want to have happen. Man. Ooh, it's all along that river basin. The good old river basin. And, ooh, Nubia. So there's now another holy war that's going on. So dumb. Huh. So it sounds like they severely wounded our brother. That's not good. Oh wow. Looky there. Alright, we're going to try to kill that guy. Alright, well he died. That's what you get for doing that. So it is... Well, it's kind of stopped here. For the time... Oh, man. It's getting ready to overtake Europe. This is just going to be absolutely fascinating to watch. In the meantime, they're back to sieging each other's stuff. This is my brother. His son. My nephew. Oh, sad day. That killed him. Holy cow. I'm sure we have some minor titles. No, no minor titles. I can live with that. Sad day. We lost a brother. But he did produce a male heir, which is important because we need to produce a male heir. Our wife is 39, however. She may not be producing any more heirs, so we probably need to shore up. Kinsman, my brother. My brother is an absolutely awful character. Why would we ever vote for him? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Holy smokes, how did he turn out so badly? So, the old cow died of the dreaded plague. Wow. And he's now going after the Basilius. Not sure I really follow that logic, but more power to him. Are you still at war? Yeah, you are. Golly bum. This may take a full bore episode. Okay, so Black Death has not come to Africa yet. Very well could. Why are you doing this? Let's see if we can pay him off. That's wonderful. You don't want to do that. Alright, so let's check back on the epidemic. Okay, there it gets a little closer. Yeah, I'm not signing a non-aggression pact with you, buddy. As soon as this war gets over, I'm taking your title, man. Alright, so it has made it to the Black Sea. And And yeah, it's everywhere. Holy smokes. Yep. Okay, well that's just stellar. Alright, so something happened. Why did they raise their army? Who are they at war with? So they're going after that guy. And that holy war. Yeah, Black Death. I bet it comes to Africa. I would think it would. I mean, you know, honestly, I don't know if I've ever read any historical accounts of... We hear how bad it ravaged. So we inherited the county of Nubia. Great. It's not exactly a county that I wanted to inherit, so we need to find someone that we can grant this to. You have one son, my nephew. Dear lad, how would you like to be the Count of Nubia? Yes. Once again, we find ourselves with a vassal problem, but that's nothing new as this war continues to rage on. God almighty. I mean, it's going to end inconclusively. Gain a stewardship. Okay, that's good news for us. Black Death continues to just do what Black Death does. My kinsman. Not really going to do anything with that. I could blackmail him. I mean, we're sitting... Golly, we've recovered a great deal. We've been wounded for like ever and a day. So he did murk up. Oh, you've got a revolt on your hands, kid, and you are not real strong right now. Oh, brother. Black Death still doing its thing. And you... You have just... Ugh. You just really created a problem. Are you out of that war? Yeah, you are out of that war. So we're going to usurp it, and that's what I really wanted to do. 100 prestige and 200 gold. Absolutely. Oh, that's hilarious. So he is now, oh my gosh, I usurped the title. He's now my vassal. That's wonderful. Alright, so we've got a bunch of administrative stuff that we need to do. And that should fix our whole over the vassal limit thing, I believe. Yep, that'll get fixed. Black Death continues to creep up. I need to take a look at this law. So the inheritance for my realm, which is... Can I nominate myself? Holy cow. I can nominate myself for that. This is agnatic elective, so... Essentially, we really need to figure this out. Alright, let me take a look at this. So, agnatic elective. Nephew, brother, nephew, kinsman. Alright, that's perfectly fine. Right now, we're going to wait until we vote. So, there we have it. This kid actually looks like he could really be everything that we want him to be. So we're Nubia now. We have a kingdom. We're sitting pretty in terms of vassals, how that's going on. Let's actually take a look. The realm is pretty happy, which is a good thing, and we're ruling pretty well. So we have now done what I set out to do tonight, which is create the kingdom of Nubia. And let's see, how much stronger does that make us? A little bit stronger. We're not as strong as we were when Josh was playing with us, but that is what it is. But I think we're at a stopping point tonight where I did everything that I wanted to do to hopefully put this thing in a position to where we can take back some stuff. I really would like to take this, and the way that we do that is probably through playing the diplomatic game. You know, we could become in line for this. Just depends on how well received we are. Because it would be really nice to reconsolidate everything and make everything as polished as it can be. Before I make a cut, we're going to check two things out. We're going to take a look at the religious map mode, and I think we definitely see that Judaism continues to spread. They've had a lot of spreading up there. Hopefully we can continue to do that. And the last one is going to be this epidemic map mode, which, as you can tell, the Black Death in retrospect covers at least a third of the map. Really, really nasty. So as always, I enjoyed it. I hope you did too. If you did, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that like button, as it helps this channel grow. And if you are enjoying all the content and want to continue to see more, hit that subscribe button. Y'all have a wonderful one, and we'll catch you, I will catch you in the next episode. Be good.